Hello, my name is James O'Sullivan with American Sail. Today I'm going to show you how to winterize a swimming pool that is installed with a main drain system. What we've done here is we've created a little display to show you the two most common types of valves that need winterization. First, you have the standard Hayward three-way valve, and then a deluxe Aqua Blender 2000 system. I'll be going through both of those in detail, but the first thing you need to remember to do is either drain your pool below the skimmer and return openings, or if you've got a system with an Aqua door, install that faceplate. I'm going to show you a couple things real quick on an Aqua door and winter plug if you don't want to drain your pool in the future. If your pool was installed with an Aqua door faceplate, very similar to this, where it's almost like a Tupperware cover snapping over your faceplate that has a ridge on it, then what you'll do without having to drain the pool is actually just snap this over your faceplate, which will prevent any more water coming in through the skimmer. The next thing you'll want to do is go to your return fitting and unscrew the eyeball. Which will expose the female threads, in which you could do one of two things. You could put a rubber expansion plug in there, which will stick in there. Then by twisting the wing nut, it will expand and seal the return. Or you could get a hard plastic winterizing plug that has an O-ring on it and thread that right into the return. Now you can leave your water level full year after year. Now please remember, if you got your pool installed already or have had a pool and didn't know about the Aqua door or this option to plug your return, it's not too late to do that. All you've got to do this year is drain your water level below that skimmer and return opening, and then you could very easily install the new faceplate that will accept an Aqua door winterizing plate, and it's your same return, just unscrewing the eyeball. Now that we know our water level in the pool is at the appropriate level for your situation, I'm going to go back to our model that we made up to show you winterizing the two different valves. I'm going to start with the Hayward three-way valve first. You'll have a hose going to the top of the valve from the skimmer, and then a hose coming from the back of the valve to the return of the pool. The pipe coming out of the bottom is going underneath the swimming pool to the main drain. So now that your skimmer is all blocked off or the water is lowered, you want to go ahead and take this valve and turn it to the off position. Once this is off, you could safely unhook your hoses, which will drain the water that's left in the skimmer, unhook the other hose, which will drain any excess water that's in that hose from the return. And you're going to want to take these hose adapters off the valve. You may need a pair of channel locks to get those off because they're probably pretty tight. Once you've got those off, I recommend you're ready with some Teflon tape and your winter blowout kit for this valve. It comes with two pieces. They're both threaded, 1.5 inch cap and an 1.5 inch cap with an air nozzle to blow air into the system. But what I would do before you get to this point is make sure you're wrapped the threads with Teflon tape to make sure no air escapes after you're done. This is the Teflon tape that we recommend at American Sail, and it's a good idea to wrap it around the threads 5 times all the way around. Now that your caps are wrapped with your Teflon tape, first install the 1.5 inch solid cap onto the top of the three-way valve. And since you have an O-ring on there too, what you want to do is get that just so it's nice and tight, not over tightened to where you pinch the O-ring though. And now you want to thread the valve with the air nozzle on to the back. This is where the hose was going to your pump. This one, get as tight as you can with your hands, and then go ahead with those channel locks and tighten it a little bit extra since it doesn't have an O-ring. From here, unscrew the silver cap Once this is unscrewed, you could go ahead and turn your valve to the bottom, which is full open on the blue. You'll notice at the bottom of your valve going to the main drain is the blue sticker. So you want that fully open towards that blue, so the air as we pump it through here could pass through the main drain system. Now we're ready to take your air compressor hose and pressurize your system. All you've got to do, just like you're filling up a bicycle tire or a car tire for that matter, is take your air compressor hose and push it onto this nozzle right here. Once you're pushing it on there, you're going to start to notice inside the pool, out of the main drains in the center of your pool, air coming out pretty steady. Once you see the bubbles coming out, now you're all winterized. There's just 2 last steps. Take that little silver cap you had from earlier, go ahead and put that on your air nozzle, making sure that no air escapes from there over the winter time. And then go back to the front of your valve, and you want to take this from the blue full position back to the black off position. Now I'm going to show you how to winterize the other type of valve, the American Sail exclusive Aqua Blender 2000. This valve is a little bit easier to work with through its design. First thing you want to do here is go ahead and turn the valve to the off position, which is horizontal, and then the top one to horizontal. Again, make sure your pool water is either lowered below the skimmer in return, or you've got your faceplate, the Aquador faceplate, and the winter plug in your return. Once that's done, you could go ahead, unhook the hose from the side port, unscrew this fitting. Now in here, leave the hose clamp on this hose at the Aqua Blender, but go ahead and take the hose clamp off where your skimmer is, and you could remove the hose from the skimmer. Now that everything's closed here, you're going to want to go ahead and install your winter plug with the O-ring, again wrapped in 5 layers of Teflon, into the side port. Now the Aqua Blender comes pre-installed with your air valve already on it, which is nice and convenient. Take your silver cap off and go ahead and open the bottom valve. When you're parallel with the pipe, it's open, perpendicular is closed. Go ahead, grab your air compressor hose and start applying pressure into the system. Because this is closed, this is open, the air will come through down into the main drain. You're going to see the bubbles going in the pool. That means your line is fully winterized. Now come back to your valve, put your silver cap back on, nice and tight. Go back to your red handle, and you're all done. It's that easy. I want to thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. We at American Sail understand how busy everybody can be. I want to offer you our full service program as well. We can come out to the house, close your swimming pool for you. It's as easy as just calling us at your local store or visiting us at americansail.com, and we could go from there. Thanks again.